Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use Google Calendar's new feature, Appointment Schedules, in order to create a booking page that you can share so that people can make appointments with you, for example, for parent-teacher conferences. To start, you want to go to Google Calendar. You can find it in the apps launcher, the 9 dots, and then search for Calendar, or you could also type calendar.google.com. Once you're in Google Calendar, you want to click on the settings gear at the top right, and then select Settings. And then on the side here, you can find appointment schedules. So click on that. And then you want to turn it on by selecting this box. So this will get rid of the old appointment slots feature, and you can try out appointment schedules. When you're done, you can click the back arrow. Now you want to make sure that you're focused on either day or week. You can select it on this drop-down menu here, or you could type W to change your view to week. And then you can use the arrows or the calendar to go to the date that you want. So I'm going to create an appointment schedule for parent conferences. So I'm going to go to November and then select the 14th. So now I'm on that week. Next, I'm going to click on the first day where I want my appointment schedules to begin. And then make sure to select appointment schedule. Now I can title it. So for example, mine is parent teacher conferences. And then it has create a new appointment schedule selected starting on the week of November 13th. That's fine. Continue. In this box that opens up, we have quite a few options. The first one is the duration. How long do you want your meetings to be? So I have any number of these options, or you could do custom. For example, maybe I want mine to be 20 minutes, and then I'll click done. And then here, you could set the time. So if I clicked on the wrong time, for example, on my calendar, I can adjust it here. Maybe I want to start at 12:30 and go until 3:30. And then for each one of these, if you click the plus sign, then that'll mark you as available that day. So maybe I'll just go through and mark and just click the plus for each day that I'm going to be available. And then what I could do is if I want to copy this time to the rest of them, I can click on the double rectangles here. It says copy to all. So now I have the same time here. Let's say now that, for example, Wednesday, I want to stay late, for example, but I want to take a break after 3:30. So I can add another period by clicking on the plus and then adjust the time. So maybe I'll say that I'll take a 30-minute break and then be available from 4 to 5:30. And then if that looks okay, we'll scroll down to see some more options. Scheduling window. If I click on this drop down here, I have more options. You can either mark as available now, or you could set specific dates. So for example, I'm going to say that this is only for that 1 week. So I'm going to say starts on November 13th. That's okay. And then end date, let's say the 18th. So I'm going to click on the date and it opens up this calendar so I can adjust. So now I have, it has to be a week long, even if I don't schedule anything on Saturday, for example. So I'm going to mark that. So now I have it from Sunday to Saturday, and I can click done. Okay. Here you can mark how many days in advance people can book appointments. And so if you want to share your calendar now for an event in the future and you want people to start signing up, make sure that you have enough days in advance here. Because if you put too few days and you share your calendar, people will not see the appointments available to sign up. So you want to make sure that you have this. I would just leave this at 60 if you want people to be able to sign up now. And then here you can also mark the minimum time before the appointment start that it can be booked. So if you need more preparation time than 4 hours, then I would change this to maybe you need 24 hours notice before you have an appointment. Here under adjusted availability, it says indicate times you're available for specific dates. So for example, I could click change a date's availability, and maybe I want to also be available on the 21st, in which case I would mark the times I'm available there. So maybe that day I'm just available from 2 to 3. Okay, and then under booked appointment settings, you have a few more options. So if you want to make sure there's time between your appointments, you can mark this box for buffer time. So maybe I want 10 minutes between my appointments. And then here under maximum bookings per day, if you want to set a limit for how many appointments you have that day, you can mark that box and then adjust the number as needed. And last of all, if you want your appointments to really stand out in your calendar, my calendar is set by default to green. Maybe I want to change the color to another color so that my appointments really stand out in my Google Calendar. And then go ahead and click Next. This next page is to set up your booking page. So this is what you will be sharing so that people can sign up for an appointment with you. If you click on the drop-down arrow next to booking page photo and name, you can see what people will see on your booking page. It's whatever picture you have set up in your Google account. If you want to update it, you can click Manage Google Account Photo and Name. And then if you click on your photo, you'll be able to change your photo. Location and conferencing. Here you can choose a specific location. For example, if I click the drop down, maybe all of my meetings are in person, or maybe they're all virtual, maybe they're all by phone, right? Or you could leave it as none to be specified later. So maybe, for example, I'll pick in-person meeting, and then I can add my room number. And then under description here, it says add a note that explains your service. This will appear on your booking page and in confirmation emails. So type whatever information you want people to see when they visit your page. When you're done writing your description, scroll down to booking form and click the drop-down arrow. And here's where you can edit what information people will fill out when they're signing up for a time. So first name, last name, and email address are required. If you want to add anything else, you can click add an item. The only two options here are phone number and custom item, but maybe I do want to add the phone number, and I could mark it required if I want to. Maybe if I want to add another one, a custom item, maybe I want name of student. Then I can mark required if I want and add that item. And the last thing at the bottom here is booking confirmations and reminders. Click on the drop down to see all of the options. So by default, you and the person who made the appointment will get a confirmation email with a calendar invitation, but you can also set up email reminders, and so you can add as many as you want. The default here is one day before, but you have all these other options, or you can mark a custom option. So maybe I want one day before, and maybe I also want 1 week before. So I'll go to custom and mark 1 week. Or maybe you want 4 hours before, whatever you want, you set it up, and then when you're done, click save. So now you have this pop-up where you can grab the link to your booking page. Now don't worry, if you close this box and you need to access it again, you could click on any of your appointment schedules. Here, click on that little icon, and then you can see your booking page or grab the link to share it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on share, and then it says a single booking page. That's what I want to share, this. So I go to copy link, and now I can share this however is convenient. So maybe you want to email it to parents, or if you have a web page, you can post it on there. Maybe you put it in your Google Classroom for your students to show their parents. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. I'm going to go to a different account and then paste the link. Now, one thing that I noticed was I couldn't share the link to a specific week. You actually might have to show parents that they need to click the arrows to get to the right week, or use the calendar over here. But anyway, you could see the description that I added here. I added my location, I said how long the meetings are, and in my notes here, I put which week it is. So here on the calendar, I'm going to go to those dates. I'll click on the 14th, and now I can see that week and all of the appointments that are available. So let's say I want to do first thing on Monday. Since I'm logged into the browser, it automatically put my account name here and my email, and then you'd want to fill out the other information and then click book. So now whoever books appointments with you would see a confirmation as well as receive an email. And the person who created the booking page would also get an email confirmation. One cool thing about appointment schedules is that it automatically updates, so you can see that 12:30 is no longer on the calendar here. If two parents happen to click on the same time and they're editing and trying to sign up for the same time, whoever clicks book first will get the appointment, and the other parent will not be able to click book. They'll have to cancel out and choose another time. So it doesn't allow people to accidentally sign up for the same time. So now that I've signed up for a time, I'm going to go back to my calendar so you could see what it looks like. So here I can see now on my calendar that someone has taken this, and if I click on it, I can see that Panther Lily signed up for an appointment with me at 12:30 on Monday the 14th. If you need to edit your appointment slots for some reason, you can always go back to that symbol here and then click on the edit button and make your changes. And if you make any changes, just make sure to click save when you're done. And if for some reason you want to delete the whole thing, you can click on that symbol again and then click delete. And then if you want to delete everything, you could select all availability and click OK. And that's everything you need to know about appointment schedules.